Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's Big Brother Canada 11 chats.
Oh, hi.
11 Z's.
Well, it's 18 Z's episode.
It is episode 18, and it's a special one.
This is the first ever Fatal Feast.
That opener was amazing.
You gotta say, you gotta give it to Canada for their production values.
This intro definitely reminded me of the Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, whatever, Too Many Cooks. Where the music starts all happy, too many cooks. And then it gets all like distorted and messed up.
Too many cooks.
Yeah. It was a great intro. But anyway, we'll get to all that Fatal Feast stuff. Last time, Jonathan was evicted.
Yeah.
But apparently he like asked them to vote him out. Ugh. And
you say so.
Yeah. And Kuzi won HOH in the knockout competition, Circle K.
All right. Well, guess what? Fast forward to today.
AKA Friday.
Exactly. It's Fatal Feast Day, and people are starting to suspect it.
Yeah.
They don't know for sure, but they know something is up.
They're noticing on the TV monitors it doesn't say nominations today, which it usually would on a Friday morning.
Yeah. So they're all like, what do you think's going on? This was 12 hours before the actual feast.
Yeah, Kuzi, I think she was talking to Anika and saying, I want to put up Santina and Ty.
Right.
That was her game plan.
All right. Well, Daniel is walking around in his little babushka.
Yeah.
With his little cape, his fleecy cape. Mm-hmm. And he goes into the library. And inside the library, the lights are flashing.
Oh my goodness.
And the books are
They started throwing books at him.
Yeah.
Vecna was in there.
So he's like, oh my God.
I would have peed my pants. Like, obviously I would have known it was a twist. But like, well, I mean, Anika and Hope came in not long after.
Yeah, but did they hear the books falling? Or was he like, hey, Hope, hey, Anika, come in here?
That's a good question. I'm not really sure exactly how they were alerted to come in there, but they rush in there, and Anika and Daniel are telling Hope, like, keep the door closed, keep locking,
don't let anybody come in here.
So Hope is sitting against that door the whole entire time, leaning against it so nobody can come in, because they think that this is for a secret twist or a secret power.
A secret power,
So they want to make sure that nobody else gets it.
Right. So they start looking for clues, first in the books that fell off.
And they're seeing, like, they got this note that they put together that was like, yeah, there's like, what was it, 54 or 55 puzzle pieces that you got to put together, blah, blah, blah. So they're like searching through all these books. And then like, guess what? People are starting to figure out there's something going on in that library.
Well, Santina is looking for them. I don't know why. Do you think the diary room was like, hey, can you tell blah, blah, blah to come in here? Or...
I mean, it's possible, right? It's possible, but she might have also just been looking for them.
Right. So she's looking all over the house. She tries the door. It kind of like doesn't open. She doesn't think too much of it. But then she comes back, circles around again, and she's hearing the books fall. So she's like, hey, something's going on in there. So she goes up to the bedroom, and Ty's up there. And Ty's like, all right, let's go down and see what's going on.
Let's give it a look.
So on the digital dailies, they Hope had said... Ty was ramming the door to come in. He couldn't hold him back. That's why he let Ty in.
Right.
Ty went like this.
We saw like one potential ram.
No, not even.
But yeah, I think also they were just playing it up to the girly pops. Like, oh, Ty forced his way in. We couldn't keep him out. But yeah, Hope let him in. And then
first, before Ty got in, Santina was like, hey.
Well, that too.
Hope, let me in. It's Santina, let me in. I know what you're doing, let me in. Mm-hmm. And they didn't let her in at first.
Yeah, so then Hope is asking Anika and Daniel, like, it's Ty, like, should I let him in? And they're like, ugh. So he comes in, and then Santina is asking to come in again. And Hope is like, fine. So he lets Santina in. Yeah. And Anika and Daniel are pissed about this. So at this point, like, they're collecting puzzle pieces and they're keeping them to themselves. Like, they're not all working together.
I think on the digital dailies, Daniel was saying he was putting them in his pouch.
Undies.
Oh, his undies too?
I heard undies.
Oh, maybe that is his pouch.
I don't know. But, seeing Santina go in, Claudia was right there too. She's like, can I come in? And they will not let Claudia in. She's trying to push the door open. Hope won't let her in.
So they're walking around the house because what else are they going to do? And Koozy's taking a shower, and Claudia tells Koozy, everybody is in the library except for us.
Yeah, Teen Girl
Squad. 4
Squad.
of us. And
Girly Pops.
And Koozy. So Koozy gets out of the shower.
I feel like Koozy was taking her sweet-ass time, putting her moisturizer on and everything. And then she goes over to the library. Yeah. And she's like, it's just me. Knock, knock, knock. Let me in. It's Koozy. And they're like, all right.
No, they say, are you alone?
Oh, well, she said, it's me, I'm alone.
But they also asked her first, are you alone?
Sketchy. Very sketchy.
And she said, yes, I'm alone. Mm-hmm. So they let her in.
Wow.
No problem.
And then...
And the girls all heard this.
Yeah, the 3 girls are standing there like, what the hell? Like, this is effed up.
So
Which it is.
Actually try and push the door, the 3 of them, together, and they can't.
Yeah. Hope was in just the right position where he could also, like, use his legs to keep that door closed.
Like against the pool table?
Or something. He was leaning up against something with his legs, too, so he could really, like, pull.
Well, meanwhile, everybody in the house is looking through the books for the puzzle pieces.
I'm sorry, but I just have to say, at this, like, I could see if they didn't want to let people in because they're looking for a power or whatever. But at this point, there are 6 people in that room. You're leaving 3 out. That's not right. That's not fair. They should have really let the girls in at that point.
Big Brother didn't say, stop that.
Well, especially knowing what this was for. Like, this was supposed to be an activity that everybody could share together, but no.
Because, I mean, you close your eyes in that house and they play the punishment noise. Why aren't they saying, stop holding the door closed?
Yeah,
That's so
I think
unfair.
that sets, like, a really unfair precedent moving forward, too. Like, for stuff like this to happen in the future.
If that was me, I would have been kicking that damn door.
I would have started messing with people's shit. I'm not gonna lie. It would have been difficult to, like, keep my temper under control if that was going down. I would not have been happy about that. So yeah, everybody is like looking for the puzzle pieces and they're like, we should start putting this together. And then they're like, no, these are my pieces. I'm not sharing. So then
Anika said, if it's a power, Daniel should get it because he came in here first. And I was just like,
screw that.
No.
Yeah, I would not have gone along with that.
But
like,
apparently everybody did.
I mean,
because
if they
wanted to start putting it together.
Yeah, if they didn't say yes, then the pieces would not have been shared. They couldn't make this happen.
Well, they didn't get all the pieces at first.
They were missing the last few, so they had to.
Did they really need to find all of them?
No,
because it just said you're invited.
Yeah, but I guess they wouldn't send out the actual invitation until they had all the pieces.
Right. So they finally got them all, and then the gas started coming out of the fireplace. Yeah. It would have been cooler if the dog had, like spoken the invitation, the one in the painting with the eyes that are rolling.
Yeah. Well, the dog eyes, I have to say, were going crazy too when they first started the.
Were they?
Yeah, when they had the lights
flashing
and everything.
Notice.
It was like Thomas's tank engine up in there. So yeah, an invitation pops out from the fireplace, and everyone's like, oh. But they let Daniel read it just in case it's a power.
But it's not. It's an invitation to a feast.
Oh? The bigger the feast, the more it costs.
That's right. So everybody is feeling like a horse's ass right now.
And then they're like, oh, so it's like not for power? This was supposed to be for everyone. Oh, poor girls.
Yeah, the poor girls. So, yeah.
Koozy leaves the library. She's going to go get the girls, and she's, like, calling out to them.
House guests! House guests!
It did feel a little bit weird, the way that she was, calling to them. I wasn't into that.
I was so pissed when we saw this on the digital dailies.
She could have been a more apologetic, going and finding them instead of, like, yelling out to them like that.
She was like, come in the library. It's something for all of us.
Yeah.
I would have been like, screw you.
Which, okay, I think out of everybody in that room, she was, like, the least responsible for keeping all of them out. But still, like, come on. So
it just means that she's working with them, though.
I know.
Which should be
totally
that
obvious. Was totally obvious, right? So the girls are like, what the hell? We don't want to go in there. Like, don't you realize how we feel after the way you treated us?
Yes, everybody realized how badly they effed up. But they were all making excuses. And weak excuses.
Yeah, the excuses
from
were lame as hell.
Anika and Daniel. Oh, you should feel left out. You know, blah blah blah. Sorry, whatever.
We thought it was a power.
Yeah. What my favorite part was when Claudia tells Hope that Johnny would have been pissed.
Oh, like, oh, you're
He
making
saw the
Jonathan
way
really proud.
that you were acting.
I mean, honestly, like, he deserved to hear that.
He
and
did.
I know Claudia was, like, apologizing later, but, like, she had every right to say
Yeah, he was
something
really
like that.
upset about that, and you know what? He should be. So Daniel and Anika are sitting around like they usually do. And
I just want to say, too, they, like, got into it in that library, especially with Shania, like,
oh yeah,
telling everybody, you guys all effed up, so...
You guys all suck.
Yeah.
That's a dirty way to play.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Anyway.
And I don't even like Teen Girl Squad. So Daniel and Nika think that the feast may be a safety chain.
I mean, that was our first thought, too.
Exactly.
So they're trying to, like, plan ahead for that a little bit, and they're wondering, like, what order should we go in?
If we pick Hope, you know, we
Is
might
he going to
be...
pick Santina over us?
Yeah.
Like, do we need to worry about that?
Yes, you do. It's pretty obvious the way he let Santina in the room.
Yeah, well, Hope comes in and talks to them, and
Ty.
Yeah, well, first, Anika's asking Hope, like, why did you let Santina in? He's like,
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Sus.
Yeah.
So, if Hope said, I let her in because I can't trust the girls. If the girls get power, they're coming after us.
I mean, they're really going to come after you now with the way you acted, holding that door shut.
All right, so the house guests got clothes from Winners.
Oh,
baby.
everybody was all dressed up.
It didn't look like Winners. It looked like...
It looked like if you type in, like, flapper costume on Amazon.
Yeah.
My sister got one very similar to...
Yeah.
I feel like it was the one that Shania was wearing.
Yeah.
I mean, they were cool. They looked great, but it definitely reminded me of that.
Winners, baby. All right, so Arissa shows up on the screen.
Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. This is not just some celebratory dinner.
She tells them the feast is
The
fatal. The feast is fatal.
The feast is fetal.
Well, it might be. All right, so it's basically an instant eviction, kids.
Ah!
Somebody's going tonight.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so the way this works, first they're going to do the chain of safety.
First of all, shut up. There's no talking.
Shh. Yeah, so they do the chain of safety.
Yeah.
Then the bottom three are going to be competing in the safety competition.
What do you think about that?
What? The format?
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to do it because it still gives people a chance, like, even if if they're at the bottom. So one person will be safe from that competition.
Right.
And then the other two, everybody else is going to vote one of them out.
I thought that was better than just doing a chain.
I think that was good,
Yeah.
you know, giving people a chance still, even after they're in the bottom.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting.
All right, so it starts off with the HOH, so that that just wouldn't go to shit. And
I mean, Kuzi deserves something for winning HOH, right?
yeah, so she chose Hope.
What? This is interesting. I'm surprised that she went right for Hope. I'm curious what the reasoning is there.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, everybody knows that she's working with Anika and Daniel. Maybe she was worried that, like, Hope would end up in the bottom. I don't know. I'm not really sure why she did that, but...
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
So, Hope chose Anika.
He stuck with the crown. He stuck with the crown.
Okay. I really thought for sure he would have picked Santina.
That would have been a huge slap in the face. Like, they would have been pissed at him.
So, Anika, of course.
Daniel C?
Daniel C.
Yeah.
So, Daniel had a big decision here. He knew he was going to pick one of the
Teen Girl
Squad.
We had this mixed up on our guest earlier because we thought he gave it straight to Claudia, but he actually gave it to Shania. And then Shania had the tough decision. I mean, obviously, she's not going to be picking Ty or Santina, right?
I didn't even think she would pick Renee over Claudia.
Well, that's the thing. Like, obviously, she's going to pick Claudia, but, like, that's going to suck with her relationship with Renee.
Yeah.
But, I mean, she did already use a veto on Renee last week, so it's kind of like, all right, it's Claudia's turn here to throw out that
right.
What's the thing I'm looking at? Lifesaver?
Yeah.
Sure.
So the bottom three is Renee, Ty, and Santina.
Oh my goodness.
So they're gonna have to go to the safety comp. So what'd you think of the safety comp?
I thought it was a good way to do it without having to have like a huge set. Because it was like this big chandelier, Sia, and there were a few different levels.
They had those very nice, expensive fake candles.
Flameless candles.
That have the little flame on top that kind of goes like...
It flickers.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So they, they didn't want to burn down the Big Brother house, so they had to get the flameless ones.
You had to match up the color on the bottom of the candles with the level of the chandelier.
We thought they all fit into like a slot or something.
Like, I thought it was a peg at first, and they were
Right.
putting the candle on the peg, and I was like, how is that going to fall off
No,
easily?
they just balanced it.
Woo! That tough.
Was very tough.
And you had to turn the chandelier around in order to get to all the pegs.
Right. You couldn't like walk around it.
Right.
And you had to start at the bottom, not at the top.
It's tough. Yeah.
So tough.
So the person that could get all of their candles on that chandelier first is the winner of this competition.
So it was individually timed.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite a shaky chandelier, because did you notice when Santina dropped her candles, she went like, some of them dropped far away from her, so she had to walk close to the chandelier. Just her walking by the chandelier was enough to knock off several. And some of the ones that fell off were broken.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I thought for sure that Santina was going to be last place because she really dropped a lot. But, like, she still beat Renee.
Yeah.
Renee was dead last.
Yeah.
The winner was Ty.
7 minutes and 17 seconds.
I mean, if I had to guess which three of them would win, I would say Ty, right?
Yeah.
So Ty is now safe, and the vote is going to be between Santina and Renee.
All right, you got 30 minutes to campaign. Get busy.
So this was like a mad dash to try and talk to everybody before the vote.
Of course, both of them were crying.
Of course. I mean, I would be.
Yeah.
Stressful.
Santina immediately goes to Ty and says, look, promise me you'll have your vote. And he said, can you get anybody else? Because, like, I want to vote with the house. Get to work.
Yeah.
So she goes and she's got Hope. She's got Daniel. She's got Anika. She's got Kuzi in the little nook or whatever it is. Parlor, nook, sofa. And she's begging them.
Like,
she's
please
saying
save me.
she's all alone. If, the other girls have somebody else who will come after you.
Honestly, I think Santina would have worked with that side against the girls. I think she was being genuine about that. We've heard her talking about it for a few days now.
Yeah.
And it sounded legit, but Renee is going around doing her campaigning.
I'm dead ass last, and I've been at a disadvantage ever since I came into this house. I have so much game left. Keep me.
I think you just did her speech, basically.
Well, that was basically what she said anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean, at one point, Santina was even trying to talk to Claudia and Shania about getting their votes, and they were like, we really like you, but we just see ourselves voting out Renee.
Yeah.
I mean, at least she tried, right? Because you never
Yeah.
know. Maybe there would be some weird situation where they're ready to turn on Renee. You never know.
I mean, they're always ready to turn on Renee.
Yeah, I mean,
So
in the right circumstances, yeah.
Arissa checks in, says, plead for your life. We're about to vote you out.
Renee basically does the speech that you just did a minute ago.
Uphill battle. Keep me.
Yeah.
And Santina realizes she's not staying. So she said, you know what? I enjoyed my time in the house. Thank you.
Mm.
And sure enough, it's a unanimous vote for Santina to go.
Honestly, I didn't want either of them to go.
No.
Santina brings so much chaos to the show.
Yes.
It's so much fun. Renee is just Renee.
I would love to see Renee win.
Honestly, I was really hoping that Anika or Daniel would have gone. Isn't that
Me
crazy?
too.
Or Ty,
no,
obviously.
That's
but,
not,
like,
no, that's not crazy.
I just couldn't with the way they acted
what I
with
want.
the whole library situation. It was too much.
I was angry when I saw it on the Digital Daily, and I'm super angry
it was
again.
bad to see it play out.
Because we
Ugh.
couldn't see inside the room
Yeah.
for the Digital Daily. We only saw Teen Girl Squad hanging out or
Being upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it was time for Santina to head out and have her little interview.
It's
with
okay,
Arissa.
Arissa. Arissa says, were you shocked?
She's not. I mean, she's felt alone for a few weeks now, so she knew people were going to be targeting her. She didn't have anybody to work with.
She knew she was a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Who were you the most heartbroken by?
She's heartbroken by Hope. He didn't pick her in the safety chain, and they were supposed to be really tight.
Yeah.
And she also doesn't realize that Hope is with the crown.
Yeah. And now for the big one. Who do you / want to win? Who do you / think will win?
She said koozie for both.
Whoa.
Oh, Bowie.
Did he just wipe out?
No, the little box fell on him.
Oh, okay.
He's okay.
Good.
Yeah, so she thinks that Koozie is going to take this, and she wants Koozie to take this. So
Okay.
she will be rooting for her in the jury house, I'm sure.
She seemed like a pretty good sport on the way out. She hugged
Yeah.
everybody. She didn't have any little quip to say at the top of the
No,
stairs.
there was no cornbread, F y'all. So
That would have been fun, though, if it was.
she was enjoyable to watch this season, I gotta say.
She was.
Even though she was a mess.
She really was a mess the first week when she was HOH,
The
but...
first few weeks, for sure. But the first week really set the tone.
Yeah.
So.
But she was really growing on me toward the end there, so...
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a new HOH. If you want to know who that is before tomorrow, check out our digital daily update streams. We do them every day that they have the digital dailies.
So 6 days a week.
Yes. And,
Maybe.
yeah, tomorrow on the show, they'll be showing the HOH, I guess, nominations as well, right?
HOH, noms, probably the POV.
Yeah, I don't know how much of everything they're showing and what they're saving
They
for
said,
Thursday.
we're going to rack them and stack them.
I mean, we're getting down to it. Only a few
Yeah.
weeks left, so
Yeah.
gotta get it together.
Get it, girl. Do you think it's going to be... What kind of HOH comp do you think it will be? Do you think it'll just be a crapshoot? Or
Like the one that already happened?
Yeah. No.
Or Thursdays?
Well, both, actually.
I don't know.
I'm thinking the one now.
That already happened?
The one that already happened is probably going to be something super short.
Like some sort of a crapshoot kind of thing.
Yeah. And do you think there might be an endurance, like the wall or something, for like the next HOH?
I don't think they would do another endurance so quickly. I mean, maybe. But maybe just because they've had so much going on, maybe they'll do another like quiz type one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's tough to say.
Oh, you mean like a before or after?
Maybe.
Or a true or false?
I mean, they've had enough stuff going on that they could do something like that at this
Yeah.
point. So maybe something like that.
Or maybe... they probably won't like show them something and say, okay.
I mean,
'cause
they could.
They just
might.
did that.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Yeah.
we'll see. So
let
us know
what you think in the comments because we'd love to know.
Mm-hmm. And we'll be back tomorrow. So until then,
Much
much
love.
love.